As most of you know, for the last 6 to 9 months, there's been discussions about many drivers in the county, whether native or out of state or foreign, have accumulated thousands of cases in Justice of the Peace Court that have not been collected. They have not taken their responsibility seriously to go and take care of the traffic tickets. As a consequence, we may have upwards of 10,000 cases that are pending where people can be arrested anywhere around the state or locally if they get caught on a new traffic violation and a traffic record check is done through the sheriff's office, through our constable's offices, through anybody who has access to the traffic records of the Justice of the Peace Courts. I know that McAllen, the larger cities, have the same problem where people have not bothered to show up. Now, the Hidalgo County Amnesty Program really, in essence, is the exercise of the discretion of the district attorney through the justice courts that require his services for justice of the peace trials. I represent the state of this county. The state violations of traffic or state violations, or county violations, and of course we aim to keep Hidalgo County safe from people that may not have insurance, may not have registered vehicles, may not have registered license plates, may be operating outside the scope of the law. Now, this effort today has been coming since we were informed through the Commissioner's Court in a presentation done by the IT department that ran the record checks, where something that I believe somewhere last year, there were about $42 million owed to the county, not owed to the county, cases that were pending. Now, a lot of people may not realize, and I know some people have had a hard time understanding, that if a person is cited on a traffic violation, whether it be speeding, failure to stop at a red light, a stop sign, or going over the yellow line, or doing some traffic infraction, and other minor offenses of assault and what have you that are Class C violations that are tried in justice court, that these things are pending cases. They're not convictions. Now, I have a similar problem with the hot check division, where we file thousands of cases, have filed thousands of cases through people that have issued bad checks. That's a Class C violation that also is in the justice court. And in the years past, as a district attorney, I often get a call from somebody related to somebody who got caught in George West or upstate that has a hot check case pending with me, with our office. And I have to call them and find out, and usually it happens on a weekend when everybody's closed, our offices are closed, where nobody has access to the record of the Justice of the Peace or our office. And I have to negotiate over the phone with somebody in the Sheriff's Department in George West and say, look, take some money, $500 if it's a Class C. Take it as a cash bond. Let them go, because it's not a jailable offense until the person is convicted. Now, by persons not showing up, they also build up another automatic case, a failure to appear, which is another violation in the jurisdiction of the Justice of the Peace Court or municipal court in the cases of cities where the person could be fined another $500. And these are pending cases. So in the near future, first week in March, what I'm going to ask law enforcement to do, which are the constables and the sheriff's office and all law enforcement agencies, that when somebody gets caught on a traffic violation or otherwise, to check with our local databases that will hopefully be online, to whether to detain the person or to escort him to the nearest Justice of the Peace or municipal court, where they will be able to post a bond and then either be set for trial or to negotiate with the court staff as to paying a fine and court costs, or in the cases where we get involved here at the courthouse or they call us, then they will negotiate with my staff as to what we're going to do with the violations. Now, people that take advantage of this opportunity between now and March, the first day of March, or a little later, maybe the middle of March, If they want to take advantage of this, if they contact our office or the Justice of the Peace or Municipal Court, I'm sure that this court staff will suspend the arrest warrant if the person is honest enough to go and negotiate. If they have several tickets, I have the discretion to negotiate the dismissal of some and the payment of some of the cases. But if these people don't take advantage of this, then I will not shed a tear if they get arrested because they did not take care of the responsibility. We will enforce the law, and there's ways to enforce it. SCAF law through the county, I believe, has collected, and the people have been going online to make payments. We have collected, I believe, since the middle of last year, a little over $2 million. I believe it's $2.2 million. We are taking some people off, and some people are being added on that are not responsible. The more recent people have been cited, I'm sure that the officers who have stopped these people are taking driver's license plates, and we can track those people very easily to their house where that vehicle is registered. And I want to ask these deputies that are and law enforcement officers that are here, and I appreciate the presence of you all, that it's very easy to contact our tax office or to run the license plate with the state, and we can track that person within hours if they fail to appear in the court when they tell them you have to be in court by such and such a day. So we're not going to tolerate any more of this irresponsibility, and I appreciate the efforts of these law enforcement officers that are here, the courts, and of course our Department of Public Safety. We have to keep our county safe from irresponsible drivers that, one, don't take care of the vehicle through the vehicle inspection. They don't bother to get a license plate. They don't obey the traffic laws. And of course, one of the more important parts is they don't carry insurance and have a financial responsibility, and they go and devastate a family through a negligent act of driving. And these families are left devastated because they don't have insurance to pay for the damages that an irresponsible driver has committed. And this is something that is serious not only here, but I'm sure it's serious across the state. The Amnesty Program is going to be a law enforcement program also with the Department of Public Safety, and I believe that program is going to go statewide. But I can assure you that we will do that now. And again, the people have 60 days to try to negotiate something. And of course, being a reasonable person, I will hear all the hardship cases, I'm sure with the judges, but people will have to honor their responsibility and make the necessary payments and sacrifices because they are not allowed to violate the law. Nobody's above the law, and nobody's below the law. We will treat everybody equally, and I don't care how many people come up with, okay, my uncle is sick, my mom is sick, and et cetera, et cetera. If you want to drive in Texas, you are supposed to be responsible, and I think that we will be carrying out responsibility to enforce the law. Officers, thank you for your presence. Constable, appreciate your being here. Officers that are also present, I appreciate your attendance. The county needs a lot of tax dollars and income in order to finance our operations. And if somebody doesn't do their active part, then all the rest of the county employees and our operations are going to suffer through lack of personnel, lack of services, and also being an economically depressed county for the population that we have to serve. Thank you very much for your attendance, and I'm available for any questions.